are left in their own place. I look around, one for milk and one for place. By mixing them, you could leave a real.
Welcome to our second kosher class. In our first class, we discussed the whys of keeping kosher. We discussed a few major themes about keeping kosher, such as, by keeping kosher, we promote Jewish unity. Also, we talked about how keeping kosher can help a person work on their self-control. We discussed how separating milk and meat shows how we respect nature, and shows that we don't overstep those boundaries in our respect for nature. And most importantly, we talked about how this concept of chok helps us have a better relationship with God. So stick around. We'll discuss today the hows of keeping kosher.
Yo, check it. This is Stephen G, and I'm here with my main man, Rabbi Motzen, for your next edition of Kosher Cribs. Today, Rabbi Motzen will be talking to us about how to kosherize your kitchen. Rabbi, what is kosher?
Kosher is a rule of dietary laws presented in the Torah. We'll go through a demonstration, walking through the kitchen and showing you how to make your kitchen kosher.
What is not kosher?
Not kosher? Let's think of some examples. Pork is not kosher. Shrimp, not kosher. Insects are not kosher.
What?
Ever feel like you're surrounded by food and other things that aren't kosher?
Falafel, ken. Shawarma, tov me'od. Yes, kosher. Okay, Okay, rega. Okay. Somebody call Kosherman? Hello.
Kosherman!
I'm here to save your kitchen.
First, what not to do. First, we'll start with the oven. Clean and wipe down the walls and racks.
Wow.
Make sure there is no substance anywhere in the oven. If you have a self-cleaning oven, then you're in luck. Just turn the oven on to self-clean and let it roll. As soon as it's done, your oven is kosher. If you don't, turn the oven on to the highest temperature for 45 minutes. If you can't get your racks totally clean, go over to a friend's house, put your racks in his or her oven, and put the oven on self-clean. As soon as you're done, you have a kosher oven. You can use it for both meat and milk, but designate it for one and always cover the other. There you have it, a kosher oven. Then we'll move on to the stovetop. First, clean off the stovetop. Make sure there's no residue. For electric coils, wipe off any spills and turn on high until it turns red hot. For gas stoves, again, wipe off any spills and turn on high for a half hour. And you can use your stove for both dairy and meat. Next, we'll move on to the microwave. First, fill up a cup 2/3 full with water. Then, wipe down the microwave. Make sure there's no food or residue anywhere in the oven. Then, take that cup, put it in the microwave, and put it on the highest setting. Wait until the entire microwave fills up with steam. This should take approximately 3 to 5 minutes. While that's going, we'll clean out the dishwasher. First, wipe down the walls, clean out all the racks. Make sure there's no food or any residue anywhere in the dishwasher. Some dishwashers have a removable rack on the bottom. If you do, take it out, clean out any food that might be in there. We'll run the dishwasher in 3 cycles. The first cycle will have soap in it. Let the dishwasher run for a full cycle. When it's done, let it run for 2 more cycles
without soap.
To kosher your sink, first boil some water. Wait till it comes to a full boil. Now, when your water has reached a boil, take your pot and pour it over the entire surface of your sink. Make sure that the boiling water touches every single part of your sink. Okay, take your utensil. You might want to wear gloves, unless you're a kosher man, of course. Make sure you take a boiling pot of water, make sure it reached a boil, put your utensil in. It doesn't have to go the whole way in, but as long as when you're done, the entire utensil has been submerged in water. You can take it out now, kosher man. Turn it around, dip the other side in. There you have it. Your spoon is kosher. If you have any big pots that you can't find a pot big enough to make kosher, speak to us at Masora DC. We have big pots just for this purpose. Alright, just 2 more things you're probably going to want to have if you want to have a kosher kitchen. First of all, 2 separate sets of dishes. If you want to be smart about it, make sure they look a little different so that you won't confuse them. These are dairy and meat dishes. The next thing you're going to need is sink inserts. 1 insert for washing 1 type of dishes. Let's say meat dishes. Should be a sink insert. Just put it on the bottom of your sink. When you want to wash meat dishes, just leave it there. And when you want to wash dairy dishes, you just take it out, put it on the side, and you put in your dairy insert. And there you go. That's your kosher kitchen. And there we have it. A totally kosher kitchen. Okay, so how do we keep that kitchen kosher? So first, we have separate dishes for meat and for dairy. Also, when washing those dishes, we have separate sponges. You might want to give them different colors so you don't confuse them. And that's the basics.
Oh, thank you, kosher man.
We keep kitchens kosher, 1 kitchen at a time.
Kosherman, what do I do if I have roommates that don't keep kosher?
That's a good question. Let me contact my Rolodex of rabbis. Rabbi Motzen, what do we do if the roommates aren't kosher?
Hi, kosher man. Non-kosher roommates, not a problem. If you need to use the stovetop, just make it kosher like we showed you before. If you want to use the oven that's used by your non-kosher roommate, just make sure everything you use is covered. And same goes for your microwave. If your sink, if someone uses the same sink or sponge that you have, using the non-kosher items with the kosher items or whatever, it's not going to be a problem unless they're using boiling hot water, which they're probably not using, like really, really hot water. So basically, it's not a big deal to have a non-kosher roommate. Fridges, never a problem. You could have milk, meat, pork, everything side by side in your fridge, and it's never going to be a problem. So, enjoy.
Police.
Every bite you take, every steak you make, every cake you bake, every egg you watching you every single day. There's no other way. It's gotta be kosher.